Welcome to episode 683, Andrew Carnegie, 10 Lessons. This is an outline of episode 683, lesson 1 to lesson 5. This is an outline of episode 683, lesson 6 to lesson 10. Lesson 1, moving from a dying town to a booming town.
Center of a centuries-old linen industry. As a young boy, Andrew thought he would be a handloom weaver like his father. But in the 1840s, machines put these hand craftsmen out of work. The Carnegie family was nearly destitute when Andrew's mother, Margaret, decided they would emigrate to America.
2. The mother made the wise decision. Carnegie was 13 years old when he arrived in Pittsburgh.
Margaret had relatives living in Pittsburgh, where they settled in 1848.
Lesson 3, no formal education, but he entered a booming field, which was telegraph. He learned on his own. He became an expert in Morse code. Things happened. First, he learned telegraph. That was the internet of his ages. Lesson 4, Thomas Scott, the mentor. The railroad executive would also coach the young Carnegie to invest. By age 26, Carnegie had become a very wealthy man. Lesson 5, quick and decisive thinking.
One morning in 1855, Carnegie was alone at the telegraph desk when news came over the wire that one of the Pennsylvania's trains had crashed. To keep trains from backing up, Carnegie knew someone needed to give immediate orders to clear the wreckage, but Scott was out of the office.
Customarily then, one waited for the superintendent to reappear, sent the telegraphed orders to the line to clear the way, and signed Scott's initials to the telegram, as though he were in fact Scott himself. He seized the day.
Scott was so impressed with Carnegie's quick thinking that he made the young man his protege.
Lesson 6, the principle of concentration. Carnegie is famous for his single-minded pursuit of wealth. He did not get married until he was 51 years old, so he won't be distracted. His picture of Andrew Carnegie and his wife.
People attribute so much of what they accomplish to their ability to focus deeply on one task at a time and stay with it. Concentration is my motto. First honesty, then industry, then concentration. Concentrate all your thought and energy upon the performance of your duties. Put all your eggs into one basket and then watch that basket. Do not scatter your shot. The man who is director in half dozen railroads and 3 or 4 manufacturing companies, who tries at one and the same time to work a farm, a factory, a line of streetcars, a political party, and a store, rarely amounts to much.
Lesson 7, he became steel king through 2 innovations, the BESSEMER process and vertical integration. How he became the steel king through 2. First, the BESSEMER process. Now Carnegie can make steel very, very cheap. The BESSEMER process was invented by an Englishman, Henry Bessemer. Carnegie's second innovation is vertical integration, whereby he controls all phases of manufacturing. First, he owns his own steel plants. Then he also owns his own railroad company and was a monopoly of steel. And 8, the man who dies rich, dies disgraced. Source, the gospel of wealth. Well, this is the remaining quote. Such, in my opinion, is the true gospel concerning wealth, obedience to which is destined someday to solve the problem of the rich and the poor, and to bring peace on earth among men, goodwill. 9, the individual should distribute the wealth, not the government. Most of his wealth he spent on building libraries. The library king, Carnegie, built 2,509 libraries around the world. Lesson 10, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. This book is the result of a 20-year project in which Carnegie sponsored Napoleon Hill to interview thousands of the richest men at that time. Message of Carnegie: it's the mind that makes the body rich. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.